adjustments and in-game adjustments.
Draymond Green, so they're going to switch a lot. Around him to float it up
To the free throw line. Again, the shooting.
First 20 games he'd like to forget. Zubats is rolling the beard. Hard switch. Chris Dunn through Zubats.
Defensively, they have been stuck. Defensive rebounding. Kawhi, I was talking to him about that as Kawhi left. They'll give him different looks.
Curry.
Tay Ellis used to use that wax, man. You want to win this game and have a
Zubats. Draymond didn't even look to corner three. Harden.
You get off your bench this game.
Curry and open. Forces him into the jump. Jimmy sent shot three.
Highly routine, so well coached.
Right down the lane, putting it up at Beard. Moses with a high. Not look good, man.
Powell all over the glass. Got his hand.
Steps in, out, lean in. Got the jumper there. Great double-doubles for Zubats. He wants no part of Butler.
Last thing you want to see is Draymond.
Wide over 25 points a game and star break.
And sit
5. Looney, little 50%. Especially right back to him. And he got Zubats. Harden missed the leg.
Here he had to dip in points last season. He's back to this season. So he's just kind of back to you do it to them with James Harden.
Beard has had an incredible career. Elite defender. Bouncing. Banging and bumping with Looney. Bogdanovich and Zubats. All the tricks of the trade come from against this elite defensive scorers too. And Butler.
He's missing shots. He's just missing shots. But
Tied with LA. Down in that lead, but he healed 3.
Score. So on and they're always moving. They attach to do that.
Draymond Green defensively and willing. Jemski step back. Country. Is there golf being played today? Butler goal in Steph's quarter. He's saying Bogdanovich to Bogdanovich. He said now Bogdanovich again.
Need to score. All right. I just his presence. Obviously he's having fun with the guys. The way he played.
And Jimmy pump fake and hyped. I always knew, buddy,
For a long time, like if
off. The Warriors were down. 5 seconds to work with. Pajemski's ahead. Draymond corner 3.
funneling Kawhi to the help, and then he
got buddy who's going to hit those shots. Butler just sheds Derrick Jones. Body contact. That was nice. Open. Another 3. More. Powell backs up. Clinton posts up the screen. Get into the mother of all tiebreakers.
Team turnovers in the third game.
Because when you have a team that's 17 and see how long you can keep it doubled. Kawhi rocks into the season. Post from deep. Derrick Jones. Another steal. Another to Bogdanovich. Curry, Buddy Hield, GP2. Incredible defense. Buddy Hield. Harden and Kawhi stayed up.
Don't want to let Kawhi let.
Buddy Hield off the butt. Zubats with that high post. Dropping it back. And that's a lot of contact as Harden heads in 3. That's a warm-up screen. Buddy Hield hides behind it. Zubats.
That's nice.
There's a lot at stake. You've seen that earlier. Looney. Kawhi down the lane. By Dunn to steal it.
Speak
down. Another 3. Harden on the bump.
stretchy.
All right, final. And Pajemski.
James Harden was just
Norman Powell. And he got
been one of the Warriors
game that Harrison Barnes was having. He's the last 2 years.
He basically
Harden will launch the 3. Attacking. Zubats is there
to corral that one. So you expect a defensive battle.
Lane, little floater. Ball. Butler coming back door. And then Butler running. No one there now. And Harden setting up to shoot 24 straight. Again, that little push shot. The crowd is booing him because it was so ridiculous. Chris Dunn has held Curry in the bear.
To his off-ball move. You get him off of you.
And that's playoff officiating usually 5 for 3. The Spurs champion of the Raptors. Pajemski had a foul to get.
The Clippers
off course. Harden. Dunn guarded him most of the steps coming around. Launch a deep 3. Got it. Tuesday in a play-in. We're going to have what happens. There will be a pre and post for every.
Bring the help guy maybe to the little easier.
Powell missing it. Powell, Moses Moody. Draymond first. James Harden Norman, Kawhi, warm-up three.
Anticipate the kick out happening when you see
Butler down the lane, little push shot, got it. And that's a shove off, and Off likes to drop stuff behind the back. Butler on Powell from the baseline.
fake handoff and shoot whatever shot you
Drop it back to Zubac. Butler will draw.
But he's so focused on Steph.
He helps Jimmy Butler will cruise on in. 20. Butler with 17. Back out to Kawhi again. Another game. He has been fantastic. Draymond is down to three. This game. The clock rising. Oh, Butler faked that. True.
Listen, Steph Curry has 13. The eyes wide open there. He's in play for the Warriors.
Even Harden down the lane and Brayton. Clippers win. You flip that around. Butler spinning and flipping it in with that strong shoulder. And team on Zubac. He nearly threw it away. Curry got it again. Step back three. Here he comes. And Curry. Efficient today. And goes for Leonard.
Yeah, Draymond.
EP2 Steph and Moody. On the roller that Kalana talked about it.
Over there, then he left. And Looney's like, oh,
Wild is going to send that home. And he was
beginning of March, over 7 boards.
These are sponsored by Kia.
Good practice on being the franchise. They're having a star.
The game. EP2 just 4 ties in the game. Step back, pulls that three. Down the lane.
To get a charge on it, you just stay down. Just want to stay close while they're high.
Comes around. Moody with the screen. Then Moody, who's got 4.
And you have the 4th.
Upper wing jumper. A 2-point lead at halftime. Podziemski
Hemmed up. Somehow he
the urgency to lead up. There's a trend there that you want to pay
out, trying to sustain it.
Bogdanovich a sidestep three on the heads to the baseline.
Knock that last domino down.
How good is Draymond and Domino's? How good the year? Really good at a lot of other things. Harden will launch the three. Phrase down.
Right.
Awesome. Spurs. Powell running hook. And 1. Training to end the quarter.
Get active with your hands and force some more on him.
Butler fading, firing. Bogdanovich flipping him in space and we have the 5. Podziemski for the baseline. Open on a weekend. Podziemski's wide from deep where it's hard to send a double team. Full. Harden flipping it up and in.
Otto still.
Draymond out of the GP2. Got another one, and it sets up Jones.
Now that's the biggest deficit.
And Butler, you just said it, Kay. 14.
Jimmy Butler has played 35 minutes as well.
A break for him at some point with over step back three and
contact. Him and Jamal looking for draw as many fouls as he had 5 turnovers in that game.
Then all the Warrior perks like Warrior shot. Any play in the NBA is foul. Snap for the step back three.
Steph Curry's
Fading, firing, and hitting right down the lane. It's not Zubac series. 16.
so every free throw here is important.
And all their starters. Harden down the lane. Harden flip. The Clippers 2-point lead to the ball. Down the lane to flip it up and in. And Looney, Chris Dunn all over Curry. Down the lane. Teardrop. Steph now with 22. Dunn gonna shoot it. He is to the bell. Podziemski triple.
And Looney making sure he got that one.
All the shot clock at 8. Zubac to beat the buzzer. Stop goes. Zubac flips it in. Got him again. Draymond to GP2. Was thinking, wait a minute, we turned it over.
Middle of Steph makes the first.
Wouldn't even have played.
Oh, that's why.
And a 2-point Warrior advantage at the top of the baseline, laying it up and in.
Close out. He's attacking that.
Steph with Harden up and into him.
He's moving so.
3 free.
Walk through it. You have so. You can't simulate what he does. Base center answered the bell.
Caught it. Powell lobbing inside the line and launched the deep 2.
They found him. They finally found him.
P2 up top. Curry 3. The drive. Flipping it up and in. For Curry relocate. Kawhi's right with on something. And Kawhi on Butler. Dunn is the open shooter. And the Warriors have a foul again. Left. Is out for the win.
Gotta go.
Butler to GP. Podziemski catch and shoot. Harden corner 3. And the clip. Harden hiding behind Zubac. Harden for 3. And he hit. Switches on to Steph. Corner three. Leading the ball. Harden down the lane, and he will go to the line.
Since the beginning of overtime.
Years of age. An age-session game. Clock at 9. Curry curls around for three.
Go high and vice versa.
GP2 down the lane. Butler coming to get it. And back. Shoots a three. He's going to play this clock. And there's the foul. There's 7. They foul him. So Kawhi 204. Lakers tie it with a 3. Missed everything. Harden wins from Curry and 30 for Jim. And Harden seed. The Warriors the 7 seed.
Now you're going to be the
court, and that will do it in overtime. In a play-in on. So Buddy Hield with Looney. GP2, Steph, and Moody. Guns firing now for the Clippers. Hides behind him again. Now the roller that Kawhi talked about.
Basically, Kawhi Leonard thought about getting over there, then he left. And Looney's like, oh,
Moody this time. And Kawhi is going to send that home, and he
like since the beginning of March, over 7 boards a game.
So much so that his free throws are sponsored by Kia.
Mid-major guys, they got good practice on being the franchise. Me and Lillard, these guys are having to star.
A lot of free throws either way. Very well officiated game. GP2.
2 bots.
14 lead changes, 4 ties in the game. Curry crossover, step back, pulls that 3.
5 contest. Steph hates it.
Down the lane,
Flip floater and then crashing into someone. You might be able to get a charge on it if you just stay down.
So put it on offensively.
You just want to stay close while they're high.
Buddy comes around, Moody with the screens, with many foul issues other than Moody, who's got 4.
And you have the here, end of 3rd, start of the 4th.
Butler wing jumper.
Too long.
Clippers had a 2-point lead at halftime. Pajemski.
Like, how? I thought he had him hemmed up. Somehow he agree with that one, but the Warriors will take it.
The urgency to lead up, dictate everything, but there's a trend there that you want to pay.
Fourth, you feel much better about yourself starting out, trying to sustain it as a zone right now. 1-3-1.
Listen, play in for the pass. Bogdanovich a sidestep 3 on the. Jimmy sizes him up, heads to the baseline, and put that in.
Slap that last domino down.
Anthony Vereen and others like, okay, how good is Draymond and Domino's? How good?
I got a piece. Defensive player of the year.
Players that are really good and really good at a lot of other things. Simmons setting that high screen. Harden will launch the 3. This is buttresses the point. He wrote that phrase down.
Right.
Awesome. Again, 3rd opportunity now for the Clippers. It back out to Powell at 2. Powell running hook. And on possession of the 3rd. Warriors will play for 1. Kick it out. Nice catch, Pajemski. Aiming to end the quarter.
That's 5 turnovers. See if you can get active with your hands and force some more on it.
Butler fading, fire, another turnover, but he took it right back. Harden and Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich flipping.
This line, they're switching everything. Ben Simmons basically at the 5.
Adam, shot clock at 5. He's terminated the dribble. Pajemski from the baseline. Unbelievable. The bank is open on a weekend. Pajemski's eyes. Wild from deep. Like I mentioned, he works in the middle of the floor where it's hard to send a double team. He likes to draw fouls. Be careful. Harden flipping it up and in.
Back screens. They're switching a lot though still.
Draymond out of the depth and Draymond Butler with Pajemski and GP2. Simmons fight for the rebound, and he got another one. And it sets up Jones.
Second chance points, 14-2 now. That's the biggest deficit.
And but 4th, that offensive rebound there, and you just said it, Kay. 14.
It's massive, man. But Jimmy Butler has played 35 minutes, and the assists are impressive as well.
He can go the whole distance. You're gonna have to find a break for him at some point with over 2. Step back 3 and pull down.
So good at finding the contact. Him and Jamal. And that's what he's looking for. Draw as many fouls as 3, and then they turned the ball over. They got to stop it. He had 5 turnovers in that game. Got the turnovers again tonight.
And then the seats for next season, all the Warrior perks like Warrior Shop. The highest expected point total for any play in the NBA is foul. Fouling. Snap for the step back three, and that's got the crowd buzzing. Steph Curry's here. Kawhi going to work. Fading, firing, and hit. Jemski right down the lane. It's not Zubovsky doing a playoff game or a playoff series. 16.
This is going to be another clutch game. You can feel it. So every free throw here is a
The Zubats and Chris Dunner in, all their starters.
get them out of rhythm.
Harden down the lane. Harden flip. Absolute crunch time. For the Clippers, 2-point lead to the ball. To Powell, didn't want that three. Down the lane to flip it up and in. Steph hiding behind Looney. Chris Dunn all over Curry.
Against him. That's what Steph is thinking.
Steph down the lane, teardrop. 58% from the field. Steph now with 22.
Watch out for them attacking the middle. There's a double.
Dunn gonna shoot it. He aims, but Clipper teammates have answered the bell. The handle. GP2 batted it back out. Pajemski triple.
Back is you want a foul. And Looney making sure he got that one.
Back out to Powell. The shot clock at 8. Reset of the shot clock that never hit iron. Zubats to beat the buzzer. Zubats with a rebound. 4 minutes. Harden, stop, go. Zubats flips it 8.
And everything. That's how Kawhi ends up on Steph.
Got him again. Clock at 7. Relocate 3. Draymond to GP2. Ty Lue's thinking, wait a minute, we turned it over.
You know, they're trying to attack the middle. Steph makes the first.
Get that thumb. Most other guys wouldn't even have played.
Oh, that's why.
22 lead changes. And a 2-point Warrior advantage at the pass to Powell. Powell driving the baseline, laying it up and in. Figure.
That long skip pass means a long closeout. He's attacking that.
On Zubats. Steph with Harden up and into him.
Just rest on that goatee. He's moving so scout team Steph isn't going to cut it.
3 free.
Film on Steph and shoot around. You walk through it. You have so Steph and run around, but man, you can't simulate what he does.
Get it on a Sunday afternoon.
And Chase Center answered the bell. Easy.
Went for that steal. Powell caught it. Powell lobbing. Wanted the 3. He'll step inside the line and launch the deep 2.
It felt like a couple possessions since they found him. They finally found him.
Staff from GP2 up top. Curry 3. They can play aggressively. Harden on the drive. Flipping it up and in. GP2. They're looking for a Curry relocate. Kawhi's right with shot clock at 1. Brandon's got to launch something. And this is when they go to the Terminator. Kawhi on Butler. They double him to get the ball out of his hands. Dunn is the open shooter. And going against each other. Easy. The Warriors have a foul again for 1. 10.6 left. And 3. Leonard's going to rise up for the win. On him. Shot clock down to 3.
Gotta go.
Butler to GP on his own number. Pajemski catch and shoot.
There.
Harden corner 3. Harden hiding behind Z2. Now GP2 on Kawhi. Harden for 3. And you hit Kawhi. Switches on to Steph. Draymond corner 3. The Clippers a 3-point lead in the ball. Down to 5. They're standing at Chase Center. Harden down the lane, and he will go to the line. 4 of 5 from the line.
Until since the beginning of overtime.
Butler at 35 years of age. And age. So 2-possession game. 2 out to Butler with the shot clock at 9. Curry throws around for 3.
Pump fake those, like fake low to go high and vice versa.
Harden getting around GP2 down the lane. Deflect. Butler coming to get it. Butler getting it back. Shoots a 3. You know Harden's going to play this clock all the way to the end. And there's the foul. With 7 steal. And Kawhi. And they foul him.
The ball, call timeout.
So Kawhi 2 of 4. Can the Warriors tie it with a three? Buddy, three. Missed everything. Harden with offsetting 36 from Curry and 30 for Jim. Of timeouts. And Harden going to be the 6th seed. The Warriors the 7th.
You missed on this opportunity. Now you're going to be the 6th.
They played Steph from three-quarter court, and that will do it in overtime. Can they get there? They play Memphis in a play-in on